Hello, social media land. How are you today? Here in Idaho, it is super cold and we are just enjoying winter. Hello, winter. Well, hello. It's so good to see you today. Today's my day 224 of my 365 days of discovering me. My name is Kristen Johnson, and I've been thinking a lot about what my doctor said to me. Do you remember the video I did several months ago? I went to the doctor because I'd had a hysterectomy in February and met my deductible, and I thought, hey, I'm just going to go get blood work done, do my general checkup. And so I went to my doctor. It's a new doctor I've never been to, but she's been highly referred. So I felt like I was in good hands. And the first few minutes were awesome. Like we were just talking. We're talking about books. We're talking about life. And before she ever got into the exam. And it was interesting when we were talking, she was giving me referrals and stuff for some people, one in particular, a psychologist. But she said to me, Kristen, you seem a little closed off, and perhaps you could be more open. And I'm going to refer you to a psychologist or a few psychologists who I think could help you be more open. And when I first heard her say that, I was a little taken back, like, what? Like, I'm really open with people. I know how to talk with people. I feel like I share my authentic self with people. And so I've really just been marinating on this for a while. In the meantime, I call the psychologist and there's a waiting list. And so I'm really never getting to the bottom of this. What does she mean? I need to be more open, and referring me to a psychologist. So I took it to mean that I wasn't open with people. Well, when I started to consider that meant, well, if I'm open with people, that implies I need to be a little more vulnerable. And that does not make a person feel very comfortable. So I started thinking about that, about vulnerability and trust. Well, if I need to be more open with people, I need to trust people more, right? So I've been thinking about trust. So being more open, being vulnerable, trusting. So all these things are kind of working together. And that's one of the beautiful things about life, is that we don't always know what it's working on showing us. And that's the beauty of being patient with life. So as I'm, low level, I'm not really frustrated with this, just kind of thinking about it, pondering it, and seeking for answers. In the process, I did read some really great books, and it's expanded what I've learned in the past several months. But I went to the psychologist, and we're talking about trust and being more open. And it was interesting because the psychologist says to me, Kristen, you're giving me all these examples of why you shouldn't trust people. So why do you think you should trust people? And in that moment, it blew my mind. I realized not everybody deserves our trust. Not everybody is worthy of our trust. And I've been trusting people that aren't worthy of my trust. And it's been reaffirming why I shouldn't trust people. If I'm giving trust to the right people, then that will affirm my trust and confidence in people. That was kind of a big deal to me. So I'm still marinating on this idea that I need to be more open. So I'm writing in my journal. Do you journal? If you don't journal, I recommend it. I've always been a journal writer, and the things that come onto my pen, out of my head, down on the paper when I'm journaling are so inspiring. Not every day, but it's those little nuggets that you get. And I wrote, be more open to intuition and trusting myself. And those words, be open, clicked. I realized My doctor wasn't telling me that I need to be more open with people. She was telling me I need to be more open, like up here with intuition, and to trust it. It is vulnerable. I have to be vulnerable to get intuition, and then to trust it. Mind blown. When I'm open to intuition and when I trust what it's telling me, I live an aligned life. So I've been working on that and trying to practice that and realizing there's some confusion with what's fear, what's actual intuition, what's just junk, what's actual intuition. So I'm working on refining that. Intuition feels good. Even in a warning, it feels good. Intuition is coming from love. Even in a warning. I have received warnings through my intuition before, and they have kept me safe. But those were different. I'm talking about the everyday intuition that we get. It will feel good. It'll feel like love. And sometimes it may not be what we want to know either. And yet, we know it's guiding us. So that's my day 224 of 365 days. Be open to intuition, trust it, and that's how I live an aligned life. Okay, I love you. Hope this helps you in some way. If it does, please send me a message. Please like it. Please share this video. Whatever. Just let me know that it's resonating with you. All right. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow.